You felt the walls shaking. You're like, let's hope the ceiling doesn't collapse. Let's hope the walls don't crash in.
People across West Michigan are cleaning up today after widespread severe weather late last night, including at least 2 tornadoes.
We have team coverage this afternoon, from flooding concerns up north in Hesperia to damage at a dairy farm near Carson City.
Plus, a tree went through a home that a family was preparing to move out of in Kent County, and thousands are without power in Plainwell and the surrounding areas. Good afternoon. I'm Juliette Dragus.
And I'm Elena Holland. We'll get to all of that in just a moment.
But we begin with 13 on your side. Meteorologist Blake Hansen, who was here all night into the early morning tracking these storms.
Yeah, and those storms came to fruition, Juliette and Elena, with multiple severe thunderstorms across the area. And on top of it, the continued concern for flooding all across the area. As for the severe weather, we had a few pockets of hail, some damaging wind, and also today we have learned from the National Weather Service 3 confirmed tornadoes, including an EF0 in the southeastern corner of Allegan County, another tornado in Allegan County. This is an EF1 that started just north of Otsego, traveling into Berry County, into the Hickory Corners area, and then a third tornado up in Montcalm County that was to the east of Fenwick. This one made its way towards Carson City and then finally lifted in Gratiot County near the Perrington area. As for the area around the Grand Rapids Airport, the Gerald R. Ford International Airport, straight line wind damage of 70 to 80 plus miles per hour. To our weather here on this Wednesday, we have seen scattered rain showers much of the day. We are in a bit of a lull right now here at this 5 o'clock hour, but our expectation is that we will see additional showers and storms work their way into West Michigan towards the end of this evening into a chunk of tonight, and we do have a severe weather risk. It is much lower than what we contended with yesterday, but we still have a level 1 to level 2 risk of severe weather across the area. Temperatures remain warm and muggy. We're in the 60s to even some lower 70s in many spots. Coming up in your full forecast, we'll time out the additional thunderstorm risk that will occur tonight. There's also another chance come tomorrow, and even another chance of rain and thunderstorms come Saturday. We'll have that all for you in your 7-day forecast a few minutes from now.
Blake, thank you. In Allegan County, Consumers Energy crews fanned out across the county to start restoring electricity knocked out by the storm's strong winds. And hundreds of additional crews are positioned to respond to the next round of storms. 13 on your side's Michael Martin continues our team coverage from Plainwell.
You may have already seen the standard blue and white Consumers Energy truck in your neighborhood working to get power back on. Wednesday morning, another massive fleet headed out. All these trucks behind me are contracted by Consumers Energy, going out to assist the standard crews, all working to get your power back on as quickly and safely as possible.
It was a process this morning to get things going.
Most of Plainwell woke up Tuesday morning without power.
Employees made the call last night at 5:30 in the morning. Get the generator out, get everything plugged in.
The few equipped with generators stepping in to help where they can.
We've got a hotspot upstairs running the internet. We're working through it just like everybody else is.
David Steffen and his staff at Plainwell Auto Supply were determined to keep their doors open.
I mean, obviously we sell car parts. It's not exciting, but at the same time, if people can't get to work and people can't keep things going, then we haven't done our job well.
While neighbors work to clear debris, Consumers Energy crews fan out across the portions of West Michigan expecting the most severe conditions.
We have a massive amount of crews that we planned in advance to have ready to be out.
Roughly 200 crews are already out making repairs.
We were monitoring the tornadoes, probably just like everybody else was, preparing to move as soon as we could into the damaged areas.
About 250 additional trucks fully stocked with materials headed out Wednesday.
We'll replace some poles, some conductor, there'll be some broken cross arms, insulators, fuses, all the different equipment that would be on the electric grid.
They will work 16-hour shifts until the job is done.
No matter how many rounds of bad weather Mother Nature throws at us, we'll stay in this until it's all done.
There are already a lot of power lines on the ground. If you see one, even if it doesn't look like it's sparking, active, don't get near it. Call it in to Consumers Energy. And of course, at all times, you can check their live outage map for a close estimate on when you can expect your power to come back on. For now, in Allegan County, Michael Martin, 13 on your side.
And we do have multiple crews covering the cleanup from the tornadoes. The most imminent threat, though, right now is flooding along the Muskegon River.
Newaygo County has declared a local state of emergency and closed all public river access due to dangerous conditions. 13 on your side's Micah Cho was in Newaygo County and has that part of our team coverage from Hesperia.
Hesperia's White River looks like a handful of other Michigan dams right now. Water rushing onto the gates, some of it going down the dam spillway.
We have a lot of rain over the last week or so, and we're cresting right now here at our dam. They're saying it won't crest until Thursday at 2 a.m. Not this bad. It's been back in the, I'd say, 80s is when it was this bad. That's when it breached once before, but now with the spillway in, it's doing its job.
Wednesday morning, Village President Mike Farber watched a delivery of sand get dumped to help reinforce the sides of the spillway. Later in the afternoon, water continued to rise, shutting down the North Division Street Bridge.
We're just taking precautions. Our dam is holding fine. We're just watching it and waiting for Mother Nature to help us.
Rising water levels could be seen across other parts of Newaygo County, including Bridgeton. And upstream, the Croton Dam, where Alex Cross could be seen fishing with others along the banks of the Muskegon River. Less than 100 feet away, water rushed out of the gates as well, flooding the surrounding area, including Cross's fishing spot.
This is the highest I've ever seen it. And as well as my buddy down there, he's fishes a lot more than I do. He's never seen this high as well. If I wasn't down here fishing, I would say it's crazy, but I'm down here fishing and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, kind of gives us a little bit more room to catch our own fish. So
back in Hesperia, Farber says they're not worried about the dam's integrity yet, adding they're constantly making trips out to see it.
Now, I want to show you guys a little bit of a live look of what we're seeing in Hesperia. A lot of that footage that we took earlier in that story was taken around 11 or 12 o'clock this morning. Now, this is, the water here has gotten a lot higher. Now, you can see that actually this is the high school boys, Hesperia boys baseball team here they're putting sand in bags to help put later on. You can see them stacking it up here on the side of this dam. And Colin, let's actually show the bridge over here. At around 11 o'clock, there was about maybe 4 or 5 inches of space underneath that bridge. Now it's touching the bottom of it. When I talked to Mike Farber earlier this afternoon, he said that as soon as the water touches the bottom of that bridge, that is their immediate sign to close it. So for right now, the North Division Street Bridge in Hesperia is closed. And around 4 o'clock this afternoon, an emergency alert came over cell phones for Oceana County to prepare to evacuate because of the Hesperia Dam and a possibility of a failure that it mentions as water continues to rise. Now again, Farber earlier told us that they're right now not concerned about it, but they do want to make sure people downriver in Oceana County, this is where this river actually goes into White Lake in Oceana. They just want to make sure those people down there have enough notice in case anything were to happen upstream here, and we'll be sure to keep our eyes on this for now. For now in Hesperia, I'm Micah Cho for 13 on your side.
The Gerald R. Ford International Airport recorded a wind gust last night close to 80 miles an hour. And while it did not cause any damage, the winds did knock down trees across southeast Kent County. 13 on your side's Peter Elliott talked to one family who narrowly made it to safety before a large tree came crashing down.
In Alto, from this vantage point, you can hardly tell there was a storm on Tuesday night, but behind me over this ridge is some of the most startling damage you'll see across West Michigan. You can only hear the chirping, not from birds, the smoke detector, which isn't of much use anymore. This is what's left of Brandon Parks' home along Whitneyville Avenue. He didn't want to talk on camera, but he did share his story of seeing the tornado warning on his phone and rushing downstairs to the basement with his wife and 3 young children, then feeling the whole house shake. The tree that his wife Autumn predicted could be a problem someday finally was, crashing down on the couple's bed, shattering the ceiling and spilling insulation all across the new tile he laid just a few months ago. Parks is actually in good spirits. More than anything, he's just grateful no one was hurt. It does help that his family was actually preparing to move this weekend, the boxes somehow untouched. Their deal on a house in Middleville closing today. Still, it's not the way he imagined leaving his childhood home of almost 30 years, where there's still a lot of love, but now a little too much light. Reporting in Alto, I'm Peter Elliott, 13 on your side.